Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Tuesday, August the 7th. I'm Clay Emo at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm a founding member of the GLCBC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. We are smack dab in the middle of our 3-week road trip down to Southern California. I'm sitting in my friend's house in Torrance, California, which is about half an hour outside of Anaheim. Speaking of Anaheim, we went to Disneyland yesterday, the first of 5 visits we'll make to the park. It was very hot, it was very busy, very crowded, still a great day. And the day before that, actually, I was at Dodger Stadium. Sunday afternoon, beautiful day in the park, watching a World Series rematch between the Houston Astros and the hometown LA Dodgers. That's right, this is one of the backpacks that my kids got because they were 14 and under. Great game. Dodgers squeaked out a 3-2 victory, but it was a great day to be in the park. So after a full day of the sun on Sunday at Dodger Stadium, a full day of sun and craziness at Disneyland yesterday, we decided to take it easy today. If you call going to a Walmart in Compton your definition of taking it easy. Alas, I made it safely out of there. No one had to call the cops, and I'm here safely in this chair, able to record this video for you Canucks fans. All right, Canucks fans, we have been tasked with selecting an alternate jersey that the Canucks will wear, not this season, but the season after, part of their 50th anniversary season, which I'm actually very excited about. I'm not sure what else they're going to be doing for that, but I'm sure we'll hear about a lot about that over the next year and a half. But for the 50th season, 2019-2020, we as Canucks fans can vote on an alternate jersey that the Canucks will wear at select home games that season. And they put a contest across their social media earlier today, their website, of course, where the contest is housed, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be. They said this, that we get to choose between one of 3 jerseys, either the Flying V, the Flying Skate, or the original Orca. Now, it said the NHL requires a decision this summer. So I don't know if that's a branding thing, a rights thing, design, technology, or maybe they just want to plan and hype it up. Who knows? But we basically have the month of August to decide which jersey that we're going to see the Canucks wear on select nights. Not this season, but the season afterwards. So I'm going to talk about each of the 3, give my quick comments, and then give you a chance, obviously, to leave a comment below as well. You can leave a comment anytime. You don't have to wait till I finish talking, obviously. I think maybe some of you want to do that already, so I stop talking, or so you don't have to listen. Doesn't matter. The one jersey that's not on here that we can't vote on is the original Stick and Rink. I actually know the designer of that. His name is Joe Borovich. He is the godfather of a really good priest friend of mine named Father Mark. Anyways, I got to meet Joe a couple of years ago and talk to him about the design and his inspiration and all the technology at that time back in the late 60s, early 70s. So it's kind of cool to meet him. It's also sad that I remember that jersey, but that's another story. I'm 44 years old. But anyways, that is not one of them because the Canucks have already been using the Stick and Rink jersey as their alternate for the past few seasons. So it makes sense that that's not one of the 3 choices. But the 3 choices are the Flying V, the Flying Skate, and the original Orca. And right from their website, I'm going to read this in my best announcer voice. Flying V, love it or hate it, there's no middle ground on Vancouver's Flying V jersey. The Canucks, in search of a more aggressive look in 1978, went with a yellow, orange, and black design with a large V predominantly on the front. San Francisco design agency Bell and Boyd said the V stood for victory. The look lasted 7 seasons and carried the Canucks to the 1982 Stanley Cup final. So it went from 1978 to 1985. Inside of that was the 82 Stanley Cup run. And we know that was a sweep, a loss against the New York Islanders, who are in the middle of their own dynasty. But that V supposedly stood for victory. Maybe it stood for vexing, as in I can't figure out why they thought these looked good at the time. Or voodoo, as in those colors put you in some sort of trance and maybe you lost the puck. But whatever it is, I think at the time a lot of people did not like this jersey. It looks kind of hokey, it looks kind of goofy, but with a lot of retro things, the more I look at this, the more I don't mind it actually. And I would actually get a kick out of seeing the Canucks, Horvat and Pettersson and Besser skate out on the ice wearing these things. Now, it's not my first choice, which I'll get to in about 30 seconds, but I wouldn't mind it. It's actually the second choice of these 3 that they give. Do I think it's going to win the contest? No. I think there's still many people scarred by this look, but we'll see. But my prediction is the Flying V will not win the contest. And a little side note, we're talking about jerseys here, not logo. At this time, even back in the 78, the Canucks were already using their Flying Skate logo. The logo itself was on the shoulder patch, right, on the armband, so to speak. But it wasn't the actual jersey, if that makes sense. So the logo, the Flying Skate was the logo, but the jersey was the Flying V. So let's get to the Flying Skate now as it moves from the arm to the actual jersey. So Flying Skate. In 1985, for the first time in franchise history, Vancouver added Canucks to its logo. The design featured, the word Canucks that is, the design featured a skate on the diagonal slant with Canucks worked into the blade. The jersey retained the Flying V colors, yellow, orange, and black, but the flying skate connected with fans from its unveiling. The Canucks wore this jersey until 1997. As a result of the run to the Stanley Cup Final in 1993-94, it remains beloved by most fans. So yes, this is the one that I think is going to win the contest. The flying skate, like we said, kept the black, the orange, and the yellow. A lot of people call this the spaghetti logo, as it looks like a big plate of spaghetti. Canucks in the blade of the skate, skating downhill, maybe symbolizing fast, whatever it may be. But yes, the Stanley Cup, the Canucks went to the Stanley Cup Final in 1994 in this one, that memorable final against the New York Rangers. Again, a loss, at least we got to 7 games this time as opposed to a sweep. And I think this jersey is synonymous with that Stanley Cup run. It lasted for 12 years, as I mentioned, 1985 to 1997. And I think this is where a lot of the Canucks fans who are in their 20s to 30s right now make up a majority of not the majority, but a large portion of their fan base. I think this is where they became fans, or at least they started to learn about the Canucks back in, like I said, if you're born in the early 90s, this is the jersey that you saw, and now you're about 25, 30 years old. So maybe this is the one that resonates with you. This is the one that I think is going to win the contest ultimately, and I believe that the Canucks wore this jersey last year or 2 years ago. It was within the last 2 seasons when they played a home game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I know it looked really, really good on the ice, and I think that's the one that's going to win the contest. The third option, the original Orca. Before the turn of the century, Vancouver decided to shake up its jersey design in favor of colors and an emblem more symbolic of Canucks heritage. Navy blue, maroon, and a hint of silver was the backdrop of a stylized look punctuated by a killer whale breaking through the ice. Locally designed by Brett Lynch, the Orca logo and jersey was Vancouver's primary uniform for 10 seasons. It's a sweater that the West Coast Express wore as the NHL's best and most exciting line. So again, from 1997 to 2007, the original Orca, the colors went from black, orange, and yellow to now dark blue, maroon, and silver. And no Stanley Cup run, where the Flying V saw the 1982 run, the Flying Skate saw the 1994 run. The original Orca did not see a Stanley Cup run. Rather, it was the more modern jerseys now that are very similar to the original Orca, admittedly, the whole killer whale in the shape of the C. But that was, wasn't this one that the Canucks wore in the 2011 run against Boston. Makes me sad realizing that all 3 times we've been there, we haven't won, but we all know that already as Canucks fans. So because this logo is so similar to our modern logo, and as a side thing, no Stanley Cup run with this, although, we do, when we think of Naslund and Bertuzzi and Morrison, when we think of the Sedins starting their careers with the Canucks, we think of this original Orca logo. So because it's too similar, I think though, because it's too similar to the modern one, that's why I think this is actually going to come in 3rd place in the voting. So to recap, I think Flying Skate wins. I think Flying V would be a close second, or maybe a distant second, although I wouldn't mind it being, the winner, although I think it's going to be Flying Skate. And I think original Orca will be a distant 3rd. Canucks fans, what do you think? Go to the website. I'll put a link below. Look at these 3. You'll see they cut off the heads, but you can tell it's Stan Smeel, Trevor Linden, and Marcus Naslund, respectively, in the 3 jerseys as captains. Which one do you think will win the contest? If the stick and rink was in there, would you have voted for that one? How about a Johnny Canuck version? Would you have voted? Would you rather see that? Or is it one of these 3? Which one do you like and why? Leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply. Thanks for watching this video. I'm not sure when my next one will be, depending on how Disney goes and if I'm suffering from heat stroke or not. But let's stay engaged, stay chatting. Leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply to it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Give this video a like if you like what I'm doing, as infrequent as these videos are over the summer. And enjoy your day. I hope wherever you are, it's nice and warm, just not as warm as where I am right now. God bless, and go Canucks go.